Happy day, and welcome to the Sheila C. Hill Show. And listen, that C stands for come on in this room and have a sit down so we can chit chat and talk just for a little while. Listen, the Sheila C. Hill Show is the ultimate go-to podcast for ambitious individuals who want to live a more fulfilling life. Listen, a more successful life with valuable insights and expert tips and inspiring stories you're going to find here at the Sheila C. Hill Show. Now, also our show, if you want to improve yourself, if you want to grow your business, enhance your emotional well-being, listen, we got you, because in every episode, you'll gain practical tips and insightful wisdom in the company of a supportive community of like-minded individuals whom I call Sheila's Thrive Tribe, because listen, we are thriving over here. But listen, if you are new to the show, welcome. I am your host, Sheila C. Hill, and I just like to say hello, hola, bonjour, como está, ni hao, howdy, and what's going on, my people? Listen, share this or call mom and them, tell them the Sheila C. Hill Show is on, because I do have a special guest in with me on today, and I'm so excited to share. Listen, I always bring the best guests in the land, so just don't get it twisted, okay? We are here today to speak with a community activist, business owner, entrepreneur. Listen, she does a lot of things, so we're ready. We're going to speak with her. She is the founder of Elite Steps, which is a business that she has for community, for families, for students, it's so many depthness to it. But we're going to talk with Miss Tiffany Campbell, who is actually my sister, my baby sister. So we're going to talk with her today because she has a lot of things going on. So we're going to bring her to the stage. Miss Tiffany Campbell, come on to the stage. Woo-hoo! Welcome to the Sheila C. Hill Show. Miss Tiffany, you are a busy lady. If you could introduce yourself, please do so.
Hello, my name is Tiffany Campbell. I am the founder of Elite Steps. And I also work for the Department of Public Safety, Juvenile Justice as a youth counselor technician certified driver.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show, Miss Tiffany. We're gonna jump right on into this. We want to talk about your event. Ooh, listen, you done created a movement, okay? So for those who do not know, who's under that rock, let's talk about the event that you had last month. It was the 100 Professional Black Women in Black. Let's talk about that. How did that come about, and when was it last month?
I believe it was January the 6th, but it came about from being at a networking event for African American women and realizing that I didn't know most of the people that were in the room, even though we were local. We weren't far from each other, and I just felt like we shouldn't have women, especially Black women, doing the things that they're doing so close and not have an idea of who they are or what they're about or what they have going on. So I thought it would be neat if we just all come together and do a photo. And then at the photo shoot, we would just kind of connect and collaborate. And more than that, anything just so solidarity. A lot of us have Superwoman syndrome, so I felt like it would be a safe space, kind of create that networking atmosphere so that we can all, prosper and grow.
Awesome. Well, I definitely would say that the mission was accomplished. It was such a vibe during that event, and just networking, collaborating, and meeting so many super dope professional Black women, and they look beautiful. It was really a wonderful event. And I know you have some other things planned for this. And this is a question that I've gotten. Um, for I know you have a group, so you have a private Facebook group. So who can join that group?
Professional Black women. They don't. We initially said local, but really it's just anybody that's a professional Black woman that needs that type of network, that type of space to be able to get there, tell us about their events. Just as a way for us to support each other. So just anyone who's a Black woman that's professional.
Okay, awesome. And we will put that in the comments and the show notes that you can join if you have that mindset you want to network and really, get that support that you need as a business owner or professional. You don't actually have to own a business. So it's a variety of women that's already there. And listen, this movement grew so quickly after what it was 5 days later after your event, you already had 1,000 ladies in your private Facebook.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was less than that.
amazing.
We started the group the day after the event, so
Yes,
in a couple of days we were definitely over 1,000 people.
that is amazing. But that just goes to show you that there's a need and there was a gap that needed to be filled. And with your event, it filled that gap. So kudos to you. And I'm so glad that you was able to pull that off so successfully. And woo, all the newspaper articles and magazine articles that you've been showing up, because it definitely was historical, especially with walking from the Segram Stadium to the marketplace. So I know there was a lot of um, talk about the marketplace, but I love how you so elegantly described it as being, hey, we have the power. Because for those who do not know, the marketplace has been a place where slaves were sold, and including one of our great grandmothers who was sold there. But it was more than just going there. It was telling a story that we are empowered, and that was very empowering to see how all those ladies circle that marketplace. What? Powerful, powerful, powerful. Okay, so now we had the women, the women's ladies first, ladies first. Okay, we had the ladies. Now, okay, we're running it back for the men. And from
Hmm.
what I hear, the word on the street, the men is trying to show out. They said they coming, they coming. All right, so let's talk about that a bit. And when is that? And give me the details on that.
So the 100 professional Black men in Black photo shoot is this Saturday on February the 10th. It'll be at 2 p.m. at Segra Stadium. The doors open at 1:45, and it should end about approximately 4 o'clock. We plan to take pictures in front of Segra Stadium just because they are have partnered with us for this event. So we appreciate them opening the doors for us to use it as a meeting space. And then we're going to go to the courthouse instead of the market house this time.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So you hear that, fellas? If you have not gotten your tickets for this event, please do so on Eventbrite. It's only a $5 donation. That donation, we'll talk about that, where that funding goes for that. But please, you must have your ticket to come in. You must show where you purchase your ticket to enter into Segum Stadium. Make sure that you have your black on. It's black on blackity black black black. Okay. All right, we're not coming trying to have no vest that's red and have no signature statements. It is showing solidarity by wearing your all black men, not your Usher uniform, not your Usher uniform, the black suit with the white shirt. Mm-mm. All black, black shoes, blackity black. Okay, so just make sure that if you have your young men that you want to bring your boys, your nephews, your neighbors, you can bring them. They do not have a ticket if they're under 18. However, if they are over 18, make sure you have their ticket. It must be shown before you go upstairs to mingle and network with the other brothers. Okay, so who else? You mentioned Segram Stadium is partnering with you. Who else is partnering with you for this event?
We have Brother Strong that's partnering with us as well as the Fayetteville Observer.
The Fayetteville Observer. Okay. Awesome. That is wonderful to have that. And it's very interesting that you were able to I see it as you being the neutral party coming in saying that since you're not originally from that county, that area, even though you live there, you reside there and you work there. But I just see you as a neutral party to come together to bring everyone together. And I salute you for that because that is no easy feat to do that. So kudos to you. All right,
Thank
all
you.
right, all right. So Saturday in a few days. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be crazy. Okay, now this is one thing I've heard. I've heard some ladies say, "Oh, I want to take my son, which my son's father is not in his life or is not able to attend, but he's a minor." What do you say to those parents who have those that situation?
So they can bring their kids as long as they're at a decent age and drop them off. There will be men there that are willing to look out for them. However, they won't be able. The women will not be able to come upstairs to the clubhouse unless they are a photographer.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they can meet us at the courthouse, which is our ending mark, and grab their children from there. But somebody will be responsible. So like, we'll make sure we have their information because we don't want anything happen to anyone's child. But yeah, there'll be people there to look after them so that they can be with the men and their mother doesn't have to or guardian doesn't have to be apart.
Okay, so let's just verify that because I won't want somebody just dropping their child off and going to the mall and gone. You're meaning drop them off at Segra Stadium. They're still around in downtown, and
Right.
then they pick them up down the street at the
They can
courthouse.
wait. They can wait downstairs and be there when we take the picture. And they're even more than welcome to
Okay,
trail at the end of the line to the courthouse, or they can just go to the courthouse and wait, but don't leave because you can't. We can't say the exact time that
okay,
we're
good.
ending, and when it's over, we're not going to be looking for you.
Okay, good. I wanted to verify that because I can see. Oh, I got a free day. Let me drop my little junior off, June bug.
Right.
Okay, that's a great thing to do and have the men, and it's also wonderful that the men are willing to do that and be that mentor for that day for those young men. Oh, I cannot wait to see the little men in black. Oh, I'm so excited. That's gonna be so cool. Because I remember one lady said she was gonna have her little 6-month old. She's gonna bring him. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be so sweet. All right, now for the ladies that don't have any boys that's coming, but they want to just come and support that are part of the 100 professional black women in black. What is the directions for them?
They need to wear all black, and they can
Okay.
show up. They're more than welcome to trail the line, even walk on the opposite sides of the road. This particular time, they're going to be walking on the right side of Hay Street, so we can take the left side and still have the same ending point.
Okay. Oh, that's a good idea. All right, ladies, y'all hear that? Okay, y'all can come. Make sure you got your black on, blackety black, and come on and support the men that's coming out. Um, it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be wonderful, wonderful. All right, so you had mentioned about there's a $5 donation for those who do not know to put on an event. There are fees involved. Listen, there are fees involved. And
Right.
your $5 ain't doing a whole lot, but it's enough as a gesture. So I'm glad that you kept it at a reasonable rate. However, we know that um, it doesn't cover a lot, but thank goodness you have these partnerships in place to help, cushion with the expenses. But anything left over, talk about that. Where does that go?
So any of the donations that are left over are going to be used toward the third It's a Family Affair sneaker ball that's happening on March the 2nd. The It's a Family Affair sneaker ball is a gun violence awareness event that highlights the importance of family and the importance of parent-child relationships.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, and what is the attire for that?
This year we're doing all black with any color sneakers, so figured
Ooh,
we'll just keep it going. Um,
okay, that'd be nice. Okay. All right. So then it's time for them to register for that as well.
Yeah, so the flyers have already dropped for the Eventbrite link is already up. It's $10 for adults and $5 for children, which is one of the main reasons that none of the children had to pay for any of these events.
They didn't have to pay for which
When to
event?
bring their children along to the photo shoots, they didn't pay for the
Okay.
children. So I
All right.
didn't
So
want to, so some
okay,
people
so
have
to
multiple
clarify,
children.
okay, gotcha.
Some
So to
people have
clarify,
multiple children. So therefore, whenever we did the women's shoot, they did not pay for the minors to come.
okay,
And now that we're having the men's shoot, they're not paying for the minors to come. The minors will only have to pay when we get to the sneaker ball, which is catered for children, just because this event is going to cost thousands more than what the photo shoot costs.
okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Your past sneaker balls have been such a success. The last sneaker ball that you had to move it to a different venue. You had to turn away over about 100 people who wanted to
Hmm.
attend because the venue was so small. No, actually, no, it wasn't small. It was such a good
Right.
response, and the tickets were selling out. So I am excited to see where this sneaker ball is going because now there's even more spotlight on you and all the things that you do in the community. So now it's just like, oh, you have more wind beneath your wings in the sense. So I can only imagine this really blowing all the way up. So
And
I'm
this
so
one's a little
excited.
bit different too because we're doing it in the daytime. I found
Okay.
that a lot of parents that work at night or don't have babysitters, or so we lost a lot of kids that could have attended because their parents couldn't attend. So we're not
Mhm.
going to be the babysitter for the night. So we're going to do it from 11 to 2 this year versus like the 4 or 5 time range. Still same activities, but that way parents can be able. Those kids that have to get dropped off can get dropped off in the daytime. Middle schoolers and high schoolers can be dropped off without their parents because we still want them to get this information whether their parents can attend with them or not. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to see these kids in the juvenile justice system. So it's like I'd rather them be there than they could be anywhere else. So we can still impart in them whether the parents are there or not. And hopefully, the next time they'll be able to attend. But of course, we'll have parents there.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Definitely because the focus is not just bringing families together, it's also about gun violence awareness, which is really dear to your heart and something that you have rallied a lot for many years for. And it's really interesting how you have done a lot of the behind the scenes, and now it's like now it is your time, it's your season to be have that spotlight because you have really been trailing trailblazing for many years. So I'm so elated that you are now getting the recognition that you deserve. Like, woo, let me get my little clapper, let me get the clapper. Yeah, you're getting that recognition and I love it. Now, speaking of recognition, let's talk about the community awards from the Cumberland County Health
Human relations.
Human Relations. Um, so they have a community event and you can get nominated for different awards, and you was nominated for the individual award and you won. Woo! Congratulations. Wait a minute. Let me get my clap. Let me get my real clap going. Let me get my real clap. So
Thank you.
yes, you won. So how do you feel about that? It's like you're all of these things are going on. There's another award you were nominated for. You're getting recognized. That was with the Hip Hop Awards, local awards. Um,
I can't think of the name
Woman
right now.
Empowerment Award. So let's talk about the community award where you won the individual, which that's coming up February 15th. How do you feel about that? Let's talk about it.
I'm kind of excited about that one because I didn't expect to win it, and I just was kind of putting it out there. Like next year, I'm going to win this award, not knowing that the deadline hadn't passed to nominate people. So it kind of caught me off guard. People like, I don't know why, but it's just like when you set a goal, it's like, okay, this is what next year I'm gonna win this award, and then it's like, okay, it's time. It's like, all right, well, I'm sure it's a lot of people doing a lot of great things, and then it's like, I won for real, cool.
Hey, you put it out in the atmosphere, words of spirit, baby. You know how that works.
I
So it was
do.
like, why you gotta wait till next year? It is your time now. It is your season. I wish I had a song. It is your season. Okay, so what do you have to say for anyone who have a heart to serve the community or to serve in different areas and they feel sort of stuck and they feel like this is not worth it because it costs so much or it takes so much energy and it takes so much of your heart and getting disappointed and different things. What do you say to people that are in that and they feel stuck?
First off, I would say no amount of money can make you feel fulfilled. No matter how much you spend, no matter how much you feel like you lose, if you feel fulfilled in what you're doing, keep doing it. And just because people don't understand your mission doesn't mean you should stop, because everybody's mission is different and nobody can do what you set out to do like you can do it. And it's not for everybody. There are so many people that don't agree with what I'm doing, and that's fine. That's their right, that's their prerogative. However, that can't change what I know that I'm supposed to be doing. Can't change my narrative. So it's okay if they don't support it. It's okay if they don't understand. It's okay if they don't agree, because as long as I know what I'm doing, like I say all the time, say less and do more. So if you don't like how I'm doing it, then you start doing it over there, and maybe what audience I can't reach, you can reach.
Come on now. Say that again. Listen, you can't please everyone, and everyone is not your target market, and everyone is not meant to work with you. So it's okay. Don't get discouraged. Just keep rolling. Don't take it personal. It's all business. Let's keep going. Take your feelings off your sleeve and let's roll. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Because
You can
listen,
you
you
can
are
only
doing
reach who you were meant to reach.
that's right. That is so, so true. So how do you feel with you was just impromptu on a radio station today? You just happened to be in the area and then they had you on and they talked about it on Bronco Radio at Fayetteville State University. And you've been on WIDU, you've been on several magazines and also newspaper publications. How do you feel like for real, for real?
I feel seen. So a lot of times when you do stuff just because you feel like that's what you should do and this is what I should be doing, you don't always get the accolades. And I feel like that I've put the background work in those days where I wanted to give up because I felt like nobody cared or nobody saw me. It makes it even more worth it now because people do see me. And then having a whole different level of support, I think that stage is necessary to be able to remain humble and open minded in this stage and really appreciate it and not feel entitled.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Okay, so what do you say to someone who says, "That is a super dope event. I wanna do it in my city, in my state." What do you say to them?
Let's go. Do it. Any
Okay.
That's all you really can do is just tell them to do it. Like, I'm here for support. I could tell you my journey. I could tell you how I maneuver. And I can just try to be a resource as much as I can from here. And when you get it settled, let me know so I can try to attend. And don't worry about the end result if you don't make it to 100 people or you don't have the numbers that you feel like you wanted to get. The people that are supposed to be there are going to be there. And then eventually you got to remember that when you do this again, that audience you reached they're going to reach their audience. And over time, it's going to become more and more. It's just that at this point in my life, I'm able to reach more people because of where I am. But I haven't always been in a space where I'm able to pull hundreds of people to one space. There's
Mm,
been times I've only could get 10, 15 people, or people not even realistically show up. So don't look at the success I've had and think that that's the success you have to have in order to be successful.
'cause baby, let's talk about these fish fries you used to have and all these to raise some money, baby. Ah, Lord, we sold some plates.
Mm-hmm.
People don't see they don't see they see the glory, but they don't know the story, right? They
A
don't
lot of
know
hard
the
work is
many
put in.
yeah, the hard work for years, dealing with the municipals, the higher beings to have events at local places, at the government complexes and all of that, and just to have the money to pay the fees and woo, having them plate sales and
The
that felt
last
like
minute
old school.
fees and all the things that were done in order not to have it. and then still
Right.
persevering. And so to go from those days where I was battling with the higher ups to being able to just have a regular conversation with them or be able to call and just in passing, like it's been a long time coming. Like it hasn't always been this way.
I know
So
that's
it's a
right.
process, and you just kind of gotta stay in the process and just take it all in, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because if not, when you have something more successful, you don't really appreciate it if you didn't go through the background stuff.
Right. Definitely so. Definitely so. Okay, before we go, Miss Tiffany, if you could talk to any youth right now, because I know with your job at the Department Public Safety, what is that?
North Carolina Department of Public Safety, Juvenile
There you
Justice.
go. Yeah, so you work and you transport children back and forth to jail and to different arrangements and things. So I know you know some stories. You've seen and you've heard some stories. What would you tell a youth right now who is at that crossroads of just doing what they know they have no business doing, or they find they have lack of direction, or lack of support at home, or whatever case? What do you tell that child based on what you've experienced?
That you have to do the work, and you have to be who you want to be in the end. So everybody has these goals, and you can't be easily persuaded, and the internet is a resource at this point. A lot of things that these kids learn are on the internet, but when you want better, you do better. So if you want to be better, Google it. If you want to know how to cope, Google it. So kids know who and where to go when they truly want something. It's a matter of knowing what you truly want and then pushing toward that. You can't make bad decisions doesn't equal a bad life. So it's okay to make bad decisions. It's a matter of how you're going to recover. We expect kids to fail, and we don't say it as failures in life. We expect them to make mistakes. We expect them to fall. We expect them to not know, because that's how you learn. And then those kids, and it's this those kids that skip that stage, they're just in a bad predicament. If you tell them everything and they don't learn it for themselves, then they don't understand the process. So figure out where you want to go, how you want to go, and Google it. This is how they find out about guns. YouTube it. This is go on TikTok. They find out about guns and drugs and all of this other things they have no business researching on the internet. It can be just as good as it can be bad, because a lot of times they don't have the people around them, and those people don't have the resources or the experience to help them to become better than where they are. So
Mm.
use that as a resource and find work toward that. And in the process, they're going to start learning. You're going to start learning things about yourself, about your situation, and what's going on, and learn how to navigate their own life. And then they have to understand that it is their life. So as much as parents teach and guide and whatever, at the end of the day, we have to remember that these kids are human beings. It doesn't matter what the parents do. They have a choice. And it is their choice. No matter how much discipline, how much you give, take, they're their own human beings. And all you realistically can do is guide them. If you can't guide them to someone that can. And kids, if you don't know anybody, do like you normally do. Ask a trusted friend. And if that friend can't help you figure out where you're trying to go, obviously you're in the wrong crowd, because you're the smartest one in that group. So find another one.
Come on now, drop that knowledge. Yes. You in the wrong group. Find another one. That's listen. Some adults need to take that too, baby. If you're the smartest one in your circle, who you learning from? You in the
No.
wrong circle, baby. And that's great advice for children. And like I said, I know you with your job, you experience so much and hear so many stories. Um, but I think where we are looking at now in our society, we have to have a care and not just look at the kids as just being, oh, they're hopeless, but doing what we can to help. If we just have a smile to a child, that's just watering them, and someone else can water and impart in them and just have that care enough to just even just say, hey, how's it going? And really be genuine and care. So thank you for all that you do.
And
Thank you for what you
one
do.
last thing though, as adults, we have to learn to be humble.
Ooh,
So a lot of times with kids, we always are telling them things. We have to learn how to be humble and to listen to understand and not listen to speak, because this is a whole different generation. What we went through, they don't go through, and we won't understand it and we till we start learning to listen to what they're saying to understand, or we'll never be able to help them.
come on. Drop mic. Drop mic. Yes. So important. So listen, adults, parents, y'all don't know everything. We don't know everything. We don't. Have a conversation and listen. Like you said, that was some really great tips. Thank you very much.
Of
Miss
course.
Tiffany drops so much knowledge. Anything else you want to share before we roll on out?
No, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't let anybody deter you from what you feel like you're supposed to be doing and what you know you're supposed to be doing.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for coming on today. Listen, I tell you, I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait to see how this energy is going to be so amazing at the 100 Professional Black Men in Black, which will happen in Fayetteville, North Carolina on Saturday, February 10th. I'm so excited to check it out, and I'll be there supporting, you know what I mean. Thank you for coming on, ma'am. So at this time, thank you all for tuning in today. I'm so excited to have Miss Tiffany Campbell, founder of Elite Steps and the creator of the 100 Professional Black Women, 100 Professional Black Men in Black, and also the Sneaker Ball. It's a family affair. Sneaker Ball, guns up, family down, gun violence. Listen, she do a lot. She's been in the scenes for a long time. So whatever you do, just remember, you have a purpose. You're still here. So you have a purpose. Don't let anyone steal your joy. And no one's opinion, just because someone has a negative opinion of you, it does not dictate who you are. So understand that that's just their opinion. Okay? That's their opinion. You have greatness in you. And just know, be your unapologetic self, no matter what, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Love yourself and shine bright like a diamond, baby, because you deserve it. So until next time, it's time to go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Until next time on the what? The Sheila C. Hill. Oh, let's go, baby. Check us out on all platforms of podcasts on YouTube. Sheila C. Hill. And she is